Jesus is Lord, Christ is King. You're not at the wrong rally if you believe that. We will not kick you out if you believe in God. As a matter of fact, you're in the right place. I came all the way from Georgia because I believe you all are so important in this election. As a matter of fact, I got on an airplane last night. I fought through about 3 hours of Atlanta traffic trying to get to the airport. Flying up here, I had to take two different airplanes, and I thought the whole way, this is worth it. And it's worth it because I've been campaigning on the ground every single day in my home state of Georgia. You see, we're a swing state, just like you are. And our Georgia votes are very important, and your votes are very important. As a matter of fact, your votes, every single one of you in this room, all the students here at Penn State, all of you in this county, in the borough of State College, you could swing the election. Do you understand that? Now let's talk about why. For the past 12 years, 12 out of the past 16 years, Democrats have been in control of this country. If you're 20 years old and you're sitting in this room today, most of your life, Democrats have been controlling this country. But President Trump was president for 4 years. And I want you to know that on Election Day in 2020, gas prices in my hometown were $1.75. Can you imagine that? Imagine that? But let's talk about the past 16 years, 12 of those years. Let's do a little history lesson, everyone. The biggest sin Donald Trump ever committed was beating Hillary Clinton. You see, she was never supposed to lose. As a matter of fact, she was set up to win. She was so set up to win, they cheated the election from Bernie Sanders. Do you know that? Look it up. Bernie Sanders was a populist. He was so popular during that Democrat primary, the actual Democrat machine was terrified. The DCCC was broke. They were bankrupt. They were down by millions and millions of dollars, and Hillary Clinton's campaign came in and loaned the DCCC millions of dollars and propped them up. Bernie Sanders never had a chance. You see, Democrats have been stealing elections for a long, long time. Long time. And you want to know something? They care about elections too. Because when they think their elections are stolen, they say so. And that's what Hillary Clinton said in 2016. That's also what Stacey Abrams said when she lost Georgia twice. But then President Trump became president in 2017. And guess what happened? On his inauguration day, Democrats came out to the streets and they nearly burned down Washington, D.C. If you're a college student in this room, you might not even know that. Look it up. Those pictures are absolutely terrifying. They set Washington, D.C. on fire. Wait a minute. Isn't that called an insurrection or something like that? Oh, yes, the party that's defending democracy. They hated Donald Trump so much they were ready to burn down our Capitol for it. And then it carried on. Throughout his presidency, we saw Antifa. We saw them occupy in Portland, Oregon. We saw them take over, attack federal courthouses, attack police officers. And then the summer of 2020, night after night, every single night, the entire summer, Democrat activists, Antifa, and violent BLM rioters nearly burned down communities all across America. Remember? Don't you ever forget it. They caused over $2 billion in damages. They attacked police police officers every single night. They burned over 93 police vehicles. They attacked federal courthouses. They tore down monuments. They attacked police stations. And they attacked, if you had on a red MAGA hat, they attacked you. That happened every single night, not just one day on January 6th. This is something you should never forget. And let's talk about COVID. Never forget, and if you're a college student, your social life got completely destroyed. You lost your part-time job. Your school was shut down. Beaches were closed in this country. Parks were closed. Skate parks were closed. Playgrounds were closed. There were churches that were closed. And you lost your First Amendment right, free speech, if you complained about it on social media. That's right. And that happened under Democrat control. They shut down our country. Yes, it is communist. It was tyranny. And if you're a young person today, you lived through that. And Republicans, we would have never done that to you. Donald Trump would not have done that to you. And when it came to the COVID vaccine, many of you were forced to take it. But President Trump and Republicans, we believe in freedom. We believe in your right. We believe in your right to say no to vaccines. And you should always have that right. And we believe in your right to say no to wearing a mask. As a matter of fact, when I refused to wear a mask on the House floor, I was fined by Nancy Pelosi over $100,000. But I did it anyway. You see, if you're a young person in here today, you have to understand what we are voting for. Under President Trump, he ended the foreign wars. We had world peace. That was something truly incredible. But what we've had for the past 4 years is we are watching every single month we get closer and closer to World War III. And that's something that none of us want. Under President Trump, under the last 4 years, Kamala Harris has let in over 12 million illegal aliens. It's actually higher than that. There are over 2 million gotaways that were never stopped by Border Patrol, never stopped by ICE, and no one knows who they are, where they are, and what they're going to do in this country. That is America today under Kamala Harris. We have people that have been killed. Did you know on average an American citizen is killed almost every single day from an illegal alien crime? These people shouldn't even be here. And the fentanyl deaths, 300 a day. You think about that. That's like a jetliner falling from the sky and every single person dying on board that plane. And that shouldn't be happening. Look at our economy. Young people today, for the first time in their lives, have no hope for the future. They're not even sure if they'll ever be able to buy a home. You have no idea if you'll be able to afford groceries or rent. That should never happen. Young people should be the most hopeful among us. We have food problems today. Who wants healthy food in this room? Right. Of course you do. We want healthy food. We want farmers to be able to survive in America, and farmers are going out of business. And vaccines, you know, we're really concerned about what vaccines may be doing to children. And it's not a crime to say that. We should be saying this. But the real issue today is what the media has done and what the messaging has been against the American people. The reality is, it's not black versus white. It's not rich versus poor. It's not man versus woman. You know what it really has become? It's become the state versus you. And that's the most dangerous thing that could ever happen.
Anyone with $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans may qualify for help from National Debt Relief. Getting started
Ever happen. We have an opportunity. You have an opportunity. Every single one of you in this room, here's what you can vote for. If you vote for Donald Trump, you will be going against the machine. You will be fighting against the system. You'll be doing what young people used to be so brave to do, but for some reason, young people have been brainwashed. Absolutely brainwashed. But young people today, you can actually save our future because it's your votes that can swing this election. And you'll be voting for a future that every single one of us want to have. A future of secured borders where we actually protect all 50 states and stop the invasion into America. You can vote for a future where our tax system is fair for Americans. No tax on tips. No tax on overtimes. No tax on Social Security benefits for seniors. Yeah. You can vote for a future where we destroy the Green New Deal. It's a scam. And you can vote for a future where we end the foreign wars and your hard-earned money stops being sent overseas to murder people you've never met, to fight wars that we have no part of. And we keep your hard-earned money right here at home because every single one of us know the federal government and Congress has spent far too much of your money, over $35 trillion in debt. How pathetic is that? It's pathetic. But your vote today, I'm telling you, you have a chance. And here's something that I can't fathom. I cannot fathom people sitting this one out. I cannot fathom if you're an American and you do not like the way that our country is going, you do not like the way the future looks ahead, I can't fathom you sitting it out. Look, we can't control the battlefield that we're fighting on. We can't control the rules on the playing field. Because I can tell you right now, if I could, we'd be voting with paper ballots and every single person would have to show an ID. Now, while that is the ultimate goal, you have a duty, you have a responsibility as an American, you have a job to do, and that is to vote in this election. It doesn't matter what you think about the system, you still have to vote, because if you don't vote and you sit it out, you're allowing everything to continue to go on that you don't like. You allow it. But if you get in, you cast your vote, you are taking part. You are saying, I'm giving it all I've got, I'm trying. You have a job to be a poll watcher. You have a job to be a volunteer. You have a job to be a door knocker. You have a job to make phone calls, text your friends. But let me tell you the people you really need to talk to. It's your friends, your family, your neighbors, your coworkers that you know are saying they're not going to vote. Those are the people that all of you in this room need to have those hard conversations with. I'm serious. It may be an uncomfortable conversation, but you have a responsibility to have that hard conversation. Because let me tell you something. I work with Democrats every single day in Washington. I know for a fact what they say. I know exactly what their plans are. I know what they want to do to this country. And I'm fighting as hard as possible. President Trump has been fighting for years. And I can tell you right now, if you sit it out, if you refuse to vote, if you don't take the time to do it, and you don't have those hard conversations, we can't do our jobs. And we can't pass the critical bills that we have to pass. And we can't make this country great again. And that's all we're trying to do. President Trump has been attacked for years. President Trump has been lied about. You know how they talk about his rhetoric? Let's talk about rhetoric. Kamala Harris is calling him Hitler.
Are you an RN exhausted from long hours and disheartened by seeing your patients in the hospital again?
Kamala Harris is calling him Hitler. Democrats and people in the media have been calling him a Nazi and Hitler and a threat to our democracy. Not only have they slandered and lied about him, they have indicted him, they arrested him, they impeached him twice, they have tried to bankrupt him, destroy his company, destroy his family. They have locked up his supporters. They locked up election protesters while they let BLM violent rioters go free. Think about that. That's right. They say that he will weaponize the government against the American people. The only regime that has weaponized the government has been the Biden-Kamala Harris regime that is in power right now. You talk about a true threat to democracy, those are the people in the White House. It's not Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a successful businessman. He's a father, a grandfather, and he's a friend to many. He's a great American that has spent his entire life helping people, and there are far too many stories for me to even tell you today of all the people he has helped. He is genuinely one of the nicest people I know, and I talk to him very often. Donald Trump doesn't have to do this. He doesn't have to, but he is doing it because he loves this country, and he sincerely cares about every single one of you. That's right. We have an opportunity, Pennsylvania. So my ask to you is, while we are fighting as hard as possible in Georgia, I'm asking you to fight as hard as you can in Pennsylvania. I'm asking you to get out there and vote. I'm asking you to vote so that bills like my bill to stop the gender industrial complex that is targeting our kids, my Protect Children's Innocence Act, can pass and become law. I'm asking you to vote so that parents have rights over their child's education and over the school boards. I'm asking you to vote with me. I've already voted. I got that done on early voting day. So listen, this is something that we can do together, and we can honestly save this country. I'm telling you, it can happen. I believe it. I believe in every single one of you. Thank you. God bless you.